What if I asked you a simple question? If your child made a mistake today, would they just come and tell you about it, or would they completely hide it from you? The answer to the simple question talks a lot about the relationship between the parent and the child. Hi, I'm Pratnya Mahajan. I'm an energy healer. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most important foundations of parenting. It's emotional safety. Emotional safety is not something where you say yes to everything that the child asks for. No, that's not emotional safety. Or not disciplining your child is not emotional safety. Emotional safety means creating a space at home where the child and even the parents can talk to each other about each and everything or anything that the child is scared of, if anything that the child feels like, I don't know, and let's talk to my parents. So it should be that easy, that simple, and that smooth. What does emotional safety look like? Okay, so emotional safety is where a child wants to do something in life and has questions about it and does not have the proper direction towards it, and they want to talk about it, discuss about it with someone. Okay, now when they come to the parents, okay, the first choice for them to start with. Okay, so when they come to the parents, okay, and when they are trying to tell that this is what they are thinking, they're planning to do something like this, and if the first response is no, if the first response is, why do you want to do this? Don't you have any brains? Don't you think about your future? Don't you just plan? This is what you plan. Or if parents question, okay, and don't listen or don't try to understand what the person is going through, or we don't let the person complete, okay, and when the child wants to go and talk to the parent the next time, they get that they remember that the last time when they did, they landed into more confusion than what they were before even they started with this conversation with their parents. So, can parents be emotionally safe and strict at the same time? Yes, definitely. Why not? They can definitely be emotionally safe and strict at the same time. So, creating an emotionally safe space does not mean that they have to say yes to everything or they just have to do that gentle parenting. Well, what actually they are feeling. So, being strict or being disciplined is actually where you yourself, as parents, give your opinions, tell your what you think about something that the child is trying to do. At the same time, you also let them have their own free will to decide after understanding the entire situation. Okay, so we have to give them that space where they also analyze, where they also understand and do few things. This is very common. This is something that we hear a lot, which even we have done a lot. Okay, why do children sometimes tell strangers things they never tell their parents? Okay, yeah. So here comes the main thing. Okay, here comes the main thing. It's about like when we are talking, when the child is talking to a stranger, the child feels very safe. The child feels that the person is not going to judge them because they don't know anything about me. Okay, they just know me from what I'm telling them. So they are not going to have any assumptions. He has failed before in some venture, so he is going to fail even now. So there's nothing like this which is going to come. There are not going to be any such statements. The child is going to listen when they are trying to tell their stories. Okay, it can be a failure story, it can be a success story, it can be something that they are going through. So they are not going to be judged. They are just going to be, the other person, the stranger, is just going to listen to them and just going to stick to that one conversation, that one story, or that one talk that they are having. The other person is actually giving them that comfort to be vulnerable, to be themselves, to be what they want to be. And at the same time, the stranger is just being there and just listening to it and just going with the flow. At the end of the story, they don't bombard them. Those simple, small things creates a lot of impact. And sometimes we as parents fail to do that because we do care about them a lot. But our care, our concern, when it turns into worry, approach for the child, we don't understand that. And instead of actually comforting them, which they are actually expecting from us, only vulnerable, feeling even more worse than what they felt when before they started talking to us. Examples, when a child gets bad marks, what does a child expect? You understand that there are different types of children, but at the core, the child just needs love. The child needs more and more of care. Child just wants your more attention and care, especially the parents. Okay, maybe that thing can change many things. Instead of scolding, instead of continuously telling them, yeah, you don't study, nothing's going to happen for you, your future is ruined. No, that's definitely not what they want to hear. So when we talk about first crush, how do we talk about it? What do we talk about it? Are we really comfortable talking about it? Child comes to us to talk about the first crush. A first reaction, first of all, we don't have to react, okay? We can just say, wow, that's awesome. Let's sit and talk about it. Okay. That one thing will change of being more curious about कि यार इसमें भी होगा क्या, कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, कब मिलेंगे, क्या बात करेंगे, क्या होता है, कैसे फील होता है, क्यों फील होता है, ये सारे चीज़ें उनके अंदर चलती होती है. And we had it right when we had the first crush. When we thought like, yeah, this guy or this girl looks great. Okay, so वो excitement ही अलग होता है in that teenage. Okay, so we want to talk about it to somebody. You want to talk about it again to somebody. So give that space to your child. If you can be that somebody who they can talk about their first crush, trust me, they will come back to you again and again about each and everything that they feel is important to be talked about. The neuroscience tells us that the child's brain is constantly scanning for safety, not just physical safety, but also emotional safety. So, when a child has experienced a lot of fear, criticism, harsh reactions, then the brain just starts to shift into a protective state. In this state, they focus on avoiding the emotional pain than rather expressing it. This is actually when the child starts to hide things, not because they are bad children, but because hiding feels more safer than actually telling the truth. Just like John Bowlby, Mary Ainsworth, have introduced the attachment theory, where they talk about that children develop confidence, emotional resilience when they have that kind of relationships where they feel secure, have responsive relationships with their caregivers. Energy healing perspective, we observe something very similar. एज अडल्ट वी फील दैट बच्चों को क्या ही समझता है, उनके सामने हम बात नहीं करेंगे तो उनको कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा, उनके सामने हम नहीं झगड़ेंगे तो उनको कुछ नहीं समझ में आएगा. नो, इट इज़ नॉट लाइक दैट. एनर्जी स्पीक्स मोर देन वर्ड्स. गो बैक टू योर चाइल्डहुड. ओके, जब हमें पिकनिक के लिए, हमें बाहर जाने के लिए कोई परमिशन लेना था या किसी भी चीज़ का अगर हमें परमिशन लेना था, हम देखते थे ना कि मम्मी का मूड कैसे है, गाना गा रहे हैं, टीवी देख रहे हैं, क्या गुस्से में है, साइलेंट ट्रीटमेंट है, कुछ बातें नहीं हो रही घर में, एकदम सन्नाटा सा है. So children observe these things. We have done that. So why won't our children do that? Okay, they just silently just enter the room. They just understand, just scan कि क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, and they absorb all these things. Okay, so जो चीज़ें हमें लगता है कि सिर्फ बात करने से ही उनको समझ में आएगा, no, they absorb a lot of emotional energy which is there in our environment, which is there in our house. So show our anger as adults. We stop talking, we give the cold, we have that cold war at home, we bang things, okay? We say things loudly, or we just don't say anything. They absorb, they understand, they remember, and they get affected by each and everything that is happening around them. They often respond to energy even before words. Okay, इसको और अच्छे तरीके से समझते हैं. So in the school, okay, children don't feel the same. Children of the same age, they don't have the same feelings, right? They don't have the same emotional quotient. Okay, now why is it so? Okay, now अगर कोई बच्चा है स्कूल में जो बहुत मारपीट करता है, is very hyper. Okay, if we really try to understand the backstory, घर में कैसा environment है, so maybe there is something that is happening at home which does not make the child feel safe. या पेरेंट्स का डाइवोर्स हो रहा है, या घर में कोई हम बहुत टाइम से बीमार है. Okay, so attention which needs to be given to the child has been given to something else. So they get affected like anything. So हमें लगता है कि बच्चा, हम मूवीज में भी देखते हैं right? कि बच्चा दूसरे रूम में, हम तो दूसरे रूम में झगड़ झगड़ रहे हैं. ओके, या पेरेंट्स बोलता है कि बच्चा तो सोया था, तब हम झगड़ रहे थे, या तब हम आर्ग्यू कर रहे थे, तो उनको क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, तो उससे क्या बच्चे को इफेक्ट हो रहा है, कुछ भी बोलते. नो, इट अफेक्ट्स देम. Okay, they understand the silent cues that you give them or what you leave behind. What happens when conversations stop happening? Can healing begin by changing the emotional environment at home? We feel or the parents feel that गिफ्ट्स ला के दिया, हम उनको बहुत अच्छी जगहों में घूमने लेके गए, तो बस ना, और क्या करना है उनके लिए, उनको जो चाहिए वो ला के दिया तो क्या हुआ? नो, the biggest gift that we keep on telling each and every parent that comes to us, that we keep on telling ourselves, the biggest gift that you can give to your children is your time, is your quality time, is your efforts to be with them, if your efforts to make things good with them each and every single time. That is what is going to create that magic. That is what is going to give your children what they actually need. In creating the child's belief systems, in creating the child's values and models. What happens when this conversation completely stops? Because even there are things, their own stress, own responsibilities. Okay, so sometimes we might feel that, "यार, मुझे किससे बात नहीं करना, मुझे बस मेरा time चाहिए." Cut off from everything. Your one cut off creates ripples in the child's mind for such a long time. Instead, I would suggest, if the children are older enough, okay, or when they become old enough, talk to them about what you also go through. Talk to them about, यार, आज मेरे साथ भी ऐसे हो गया, तो देख, okay. So when you also be vulnerable and still you come back being strong, the child learns that it's fine to not to be okay someday, for some days. It's fine to feel sad. It's fine to go low. But I know that after all these things, I will still come back strong. And I can do it. I've seen the other person do it. I know how to do it. I've seen very closely how we can do it. That is how they understand emotions. That is how they become emotionally strong. तुम्हें रोना क्यों आता है? ओ, तुम रोते क्यों हो? ओ, तुम्हें इतना बुरा क्यों लगता है? तुम इतने जल्दी हर्ट कैसे हो जाते हो? That is not going to help. By showing them, if you get hurt, how do you come out of it? How do you deal it? And how is it fine sometimes to get hurt? Because we are all human beings. We have emotions. That is how you make them emotionally strong. When you try to make things good, is actually the time when the healing starts. So, talking about uncomfortable conversations, talking about relationships, okay, is something that it becomes little difficult. Or are we breaking that safe space for them, or how do we talk to them about it? But there is no rocket science. There is no a perfect way to do it. It is just how you would talk to your friend, okay, about sex, about relationships, about how do you feel in that when you are in the teenage and you want to have sex. Okay, that is simply how you have to talk to your children. I remember my father talking to me about it, and more than him, I guess, more than him, I was so awkward. But that one conversation, okay, it was nothing fancy. It was nothing like he took me out and then he spoke to me about it. It was nothing like that. I was just on a Sunday lazy afternoon. I was just laying down and I was just watching TV, and he just came by and he was just he beside me, the way we used to just chill on our Sundays. And he also started watching that movie with me. And I was watching Harry Potter, and he just told me that, yeah, now you have entered that age where you might feel like having sex, yet you might feel like, what is sex? ये क्या होता है? क्यों होता है? कैसे होता है? You might get curious about all these things. He told me that there will be a time in your life that you will explore these things. You will get to explore these things definitely. But now it's not the time. Now you won't explore those things in the manner it needs to unfold. Okay, in the manner where you actually understand what a true partner needs to do, or what a partner has a role in your life. Okay, all these things matter a lot. It might feel just a moment, or it might feel just like few minutes, okay, but it leaves a lot of impact on you and your emotional health, on your mental health for ages. So choose wisely, take your time. And what was that? And he also told me this thing that when you might meet somebody in your office, from your friend, somebody, okay, whom you like, and then you can decide, like, Okay, reaction to that back then. But yeah, maybe now it can be a little different. But because he had that conversation with me, many things changed. I don't remember I ever spoke to any of my friends about what sex is, how it is. So, because whatever questions I had back then in my head, all were answered by him, by just even after that. So, anything which went completely wrong in life, where I felt helpless, where I felt hopeless in life. After that conversation, okay, he was the one whom I always went to and talked about it, spoke out everything that I felt, which never happened before that. Before that, I definitely used to feel scared. So there is nothing like perfect parenting, but every parent has an opportunity and has a chance to try to become better versions of themselves every single day. So healing sometimes does not just happen by changing the child. It mainly and it actually happens when we as parents change, when we as parents transform ourselves. And it sometimes happens by changing the conversations that are happening at home. Happy parenting. A few questions for parents. You need to ask yourself, does my child feel emotionally safe with me? What does my child expect from me about any of their mistakes or any of the challenges that they're facing in their life? What reactions do they expect from me when they tell me something? Am I building trust or am I building fear? ये थोड़ी बोलते हैं पापा लोग को, या ये थोड़ी बोलते हैं घर पे जाके. So I was like that, but that one conversation changed everything. So it was not just the topic, it was also that he made me feel safe. He made me feel that I'm understood. He made me feel that it's fine to feel like this. It's fine to feel this way. There's nothing wrong in it. Might be the society, the entire world will say that, oh, this is wrong. But he gave me that assurance that if something like this happens, I can come and talk to him about it.